What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. There is major compression going on with the Bitcoin chart and the Ethereum chart, signaling that a move is very, very close. I expect this move to be to the upside, and I think we're going to see a significant drop on dominance once this move takes place. And we're going to see major gains across the altcoins that we hold. In today's stream, I'm going to go through some of the altcoins which we hold. I'm going to look at the charts. And one in particular has been going absolutely crazy. It's just showing no signs of stopping. I'm going to discuss that coin and I'm going to look at some potential profit-taking levels. So if that sounds interesting, please make sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new. We're printing right now, guys. We're absolutely printing. Troll has just kept on going. I mean, it's showing no signs of stopping. We bought into Troll all the way down here at the bottom, and you can see the chart is basically just giving God candles after God candles every single day of the week. And every single time I check it, it's up more and more. I have to calculate again how much I'm up. I have to keep recalculating the X's because every day it goes up by 1x. So I think maybe I'm up 5x, 6x. I don't know. I'm losing count at this point, guys. I'm losing count. But we were buying as low as 0.012. And within a matter of a few days, we have made somewhere around a 5x, 6x within a matter of a few days. There's been some people in the group, they just put $2,000 into the alert. Now they've got $10,000 going towards their bank because they just made a 5x in literally a matter of days. They've paid off the membership for life times probably 3 or 4 memberships. They can get all their friends a membership, family. I mean, they've won the lottery essentially with this alert. But we're not just going to focus on that. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at some of the altcoin charts. Later on, I'll get into the chart for Troll and I'll look at the profit-taking levels that I'm considering. I'll be looking at the levels to take profits, but for now, we'll look at the most important charts right now, which are obviously Bitcoin and some of the more higher conviction plays where we have larger sized allocations. So the one that I wanted to really focus on today was Bitcoin, because look at the compression we are seeing on Bitcoin. I mentioned it at the beginning of the live stream. We're seeing huge compression on Bitcoin. We've got the Bollinger Bands on right now, and you can see how these bands are all getting closer. Usually when you see this, this is indicative of another major move, a major breakout. Now, sometimes it can be to the downside, sometimes it can be to the upside. Considering we are in a macro bull run and the overall trend is bullish, I would expect this to be a break to the upside. And people might be wondering, what are your targets? What levels could you be looking at? I've said many times I am targeting the fib level, which you get from going from 109 down to 74K. And that brings you somewhere between 127 and 132. This range, for me, is a potential profit-taking range on Bitcoin. And, that's personally what I'm targeting when it comes to BTC. Now, we're seeing, like I said, major compression. We can't go on for much longer at this current rate. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw Bitcoin this flat. I mean, look at it. It looks like USDT. If you zoom in and you just ignore that part and you just look at this chart here, right? Just look at this chart. Tell me that doesn't look like USDT. That literally looks like a stable coin. When you pull up a stable coin chart, that's what it looks like. Just these mini little wicks going like that. That's literally what the Bitcoin chart currently looks like. And that is because we're gearing up for a major move. There's a bit of a fight going on between the bulls and the bears, and I believe the bulls will win. Now, obviously, we had the FOMC yesterday. I want to just briefly give you my thoughts on that. I'm going to be completely transparent and honest. I thought it would be a little bit better than what it was. I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be indicative of, him coming on and saying we're going to cut directly. I didn't think he would do that. I didn't think he would indicate that. But what I thought he would indicate it subtly. That's what I thought he would do. I thought Powell would come out and give some signs of a potential rate cut in September. However, he didn't even give any indication, really. I mean, he just left it completely 50-50, said they've got no plan, they haven't made up their minds, it's just a toss of a coin. That's basically what he said. I thought he would just edge it a little bit, right? Just give a little bit of possibility towards a rate cut. He didn't really do that. But it wasn't necessarily bearish. He said the economy was looking good. It wasn't necessarily bearish, but it wasn't necessarily bullish. It was just a very neutral FOMC in my books. And then after that, we just had incredible earnings with Meta and Microsoft. I don't know if you guys followed the stock market at all, but Meta, I think it was up 11 or 12% today, something absolutely asinine. They absolutely destroyed their earnings targets. It was a huge, huge beat. Now, I believe the good earnings in the stock market, which is pushing up the S&P 500, that alongside pretty decent hard data when it comes to the economy, I think that is going to bring up Bitcoin for another leg higher in Q3. We've got 2 months left in Q3. We've got August and we've got September. I expect a top some point between those 2 months, and I've been very open about that. I'm expecting a Q3 top, not necessarily a Q4 top, regardless actually whether they cut in September or not. I still think we'll probably top out in September or late August. It depends how quick we pump, right? If we keep going sideways for longer, then it's probably going to be September. But the reality is, like I just showed you, we can't keep going sideways for much longer. We can't keep going sideways for much longer. We're compressing at a rate which is unsustainable. And we're going to see a breakout. So those are my thoughts on Bitcoin. I am currently macro bullish. I think altcoins are very attractive right now. I think Ondo is attractive. I think Say is attractive. It came down to a golden pocket level. Say is actually a great buy right now if you haven't got any. That's an altcoin I'd be considering pulling the trigger on. I think Mavia is very, very attractive as well as a buy. It's in a local golden pocket as well. You can see, or it's just bounced actually off a local golden pocket, so it's even more bullish than some of the other charts. If you base it off that, we had quadruple bottoms there on Mavia. Mavia is looking good. Arrow was looking good as well. Golden pocket was hit. So across the board, I'm seeing a lot of positive aspects, and I'm seeing a lot of signs that people should be considering buying the dips. Now, I said in the previous live stream that I am pretty with all of my high plays. I've pretty much finished buying those high conviction plays. Right now, I'm turning my attention towards those lower cap plays, those high risk, high reward plays, micro caps, meme coins, gaming coins, those types of cryptos. And one of them, which has been pumping crazy right now, is Troll. So we're going to take a look at the Troll chart. We're going to look at some potential profit-taking levels. But man, I think this thing can continue pumping. It's gone straight past the 1.618 fib that I was looking at. Let me just make sure these fibs are on accurately, just to make sure that I'm giving you the right numbers here. Let's go and throw the fibs on from the previous high. Let's go from here. And then let's go to the low. Right, there we go. Okay, these are rough fibs. Not going to be completely exact, but we've gone straight past that 1.618. There's big potential resistance here at 6 cents. We've just gone straight past it. We went as high as 7.3. Now, if I work that out, 7.3 divided by 12. That's a 6x on your money from the lowest buy alert that I did. So absolute genius buy alert. The whole market's dumping right now. And Troll is by far the biggest gainer. Like across the board in markets, Troll is the biggest gainer. This is on the week, up 268% on the week. Outperforming all these different coins, up 268% on the week. And people wonder, how do you pick these coins? How is it every single week I check the market, you're picking the number one gainer? What is it? What's your technique? Well, I'm teaching that in the VIP. I'm teaching it especially in the mentor tier. and even more so on the bundle, on the master course, which you gain access to on the bundle. I teach my secret strategies. But it had all the recipes for a pump. You check the chart, it looked good. You check the meme looked solid. The community was very strong, despite the market cap being pretty small. It had a very cult community. And the meme itself, I mean, troll, everyone knows troll, right? It's one of the most recognizable memes on the internet. It was just destined for greatness. So it was a no-brainer to me. But a lot of people didn't see it coming. I absolutely did. I saw this pump coming, hence why I bought, because I could see that this was going to pump. The charts proved it. The memetics proved it with the actual meme. The community proved it. Everything that I saw when I was doing my research was leaning towards this thing giving an explosive rally. And that's exactly what it's doing right now. And we called it spot on in the VIP. Now, when it comes to levels for selling, like I said, it's just gone straight past that 1.618. My next target would be the 2.618, which would be around 0.094. That would be a level where I would potentially consider taking some profits. Bear in mind, by that point, I'm probably up 8x on my money. So I've turned maybe a few $1,000s into money that you can buy a car with. Right, let's say I put in to this meme $4,000. I got an 8x. What would that be? 32 grand. So I've just turned money that, I mean, to me, 4,000 isn't a great deal. I understand to some people it is. It used to be a huge deal of money to me back in the day when I was working minimum wage at a bakery. But to me now, it's obviously not a huge deal of money. It's a worthy gamble to me. You could turn $4,000 into money that you can afford to buy a car with, or a luxury watch, or whatever, right? So it's huge gains, absolutely huge gains. So to me, that's a level which I'm potentially looking to take some profits at. It's not a terrible time to pull a little bit out at these levels, but honestly, I think long term, this meme could hit $1 billion. Long term. Long term, it could hit $1 billion. Now, obviously, it's a meme. It could go to zero, but it's 60 million in market cap. Troll is one of the most used words on the internet, especially with young people and even old people. They know the troll face, right? Even if you're old, you know what this is. So, I mean, it's endless potential, really. As a cultural meme, this is probably my favorite one. Out of all the cultural memes that exist, this for me would be my favorite cultural meme in the entire market. I can't think of one which I'm more bullish on. I mean, I love NPC, but the chart for troll is just blowing NPC out the water. I mean, it's just incredible what's happening right now. It's the biggest gainer out of all the memes in the market. Pepe coin, meme coin, AI, blah blah blah, Doge, blah blah blah, Memcore, freaking not coin, dogs. No one cares about all this crap. Everyone's focus and attention right now is on troll. That's all they care about. No one cares about all this other crap. Mogcoin, wrecked. No one cares about it. All the attention, all the focus, all the eyes are on troll because it's beating everything else out of the water. It's making everything else look like crap because it's the biggest gainer on the day. Every single day I check the top 1,000. So what a call. And honestly, I think it's still pretty early. I'm not going to tell you to buy here because honestly, I don't think it is a good buy here. I would be lying to you if I was saying that. I'm sure a bunch of other scammy YouTubers would come out and say, yeah, buy now, buy now. I'm not going to do that, right? Buy in the dip. Don't buy the pumps, buy the dips. But if there is a dip, you probably, I'm not telling you to buy, but I think it would be a decent buy if it came back down to 4.2 again. If it hit its previous all-time high again, that would be an excellent DCA. Because like I said, if there's a meme that could hit $1 billion that's currently super, super cheap, it would be Trollcoin for me. And, if people are wondering what's the next one, if I miss Troll, what should I buy next? Join the VIP and you'll see my next buy alert, okay? I've currently dropped a couple of secret buy alerts in the VIP, which I haven't discussed on YouTube yet. And I think those ones have tremendous potential. But I'm also going to talk a little bit about gaming right now because I think gaming's being slept on. I was checking the Google search trends for gaming, and I was astonished. I was absolutely astonished. So, what was it? United States crypto gaming. And then we go on the last year. Yeah, look at this, right? So these are the current search trends for crypto gaming in the United States. Okay, I appreciate we've got a few donations. I'll work through them once I mention this. I'll get through your donations. 1 to 2 months left, in my opinion. I agree. Bren, smash up the likes, everyone. Yeah, get the likes up. Let's try and aim for 400 likes by tomorrow. That would be amazing. But yeah, I'll get through all your donations in a moment. Why is Say going down so much? What do you mean? The whole market's gone down. It's only Troll that's absolutely sending it. The whole market's gone down. So I don't know what you're on about. Say's gone down so much. We're still up. We're still up a couple X from when we were buying it. Okay, anyway. So look at this. The search term crypto gaming in the last 12 months is soaring right now. It's absolutely soaring. The interest for crypto gaming has started ripping. We haven't seen interest like this for a long time. Now, we haven't seen the crypto gaming coins necessarily pump a lot. So maybe this is a warning sign telling you load up on gaming right now because people are interested in it. People are searching about it. And when people start getting interested in something, you should probably front run them and start buying in. So I personally think, you're very, very early to some of these gaming coins. One of them would be Gunzilla, Guns token, 28 million market cap. It's got a game on the consoles, Xbox, PlayStation. Very playable game. It's a high quality game, and it's a tiny market cap. Another one would be Mavia, Heroes of Mavia, 18 million market cap. They actually got a good looking monthly chart. It hit the golden pocket, used the same level as support that it's used a few times now. I'd be loading up on Mavia at these levels as well. So these are obviously high risk, high reward plays. And I mentioned at the beginning, I'm happy with my conviction plays. If you're not happy with your conviction plays, then you should probably keep stacking them and forget about the low caps. But I'm happy with my conviction plays. I've bought them a ton. I'm happy with them. Now I'm turning my attention and my focus towards some of the lower caps so I can make those quick gains. And I've already proven my ability to do that. I've already proven my exceptional ability to find microcaps and quantify my gains instantly. That's exactly what I did last bull run. That's how I'd become rich from crypto, from just being a nobody at college, was from putting small amounts of money into high risk coins and duplicating those gains and compounding them and flipping it. That's how I did it. And I'm going to do the same thing this bull run as soon as we go risk on. And I think we've got those warning signs that we're going risk on. So I'm acting now. Okay. Get into your comments. $10 donation from Martinez. Appreciate it, bro. Input in 1K on... I think you mean to say I put 1K on your buy alert. I got initials back plus took profit for a new call and still have a moon bag. Thank you for this. Without your calls, this wouldn't be possible for me. You're top notch. Wow. Thank you, Martinez. Appreciate the support. And I'm really, really glad that you're making those gains on the VIP membership. Put in 1K, got your initial out, and you've took profits. And you've still got a moon back. I mean, that's the perfect situation, right? You've made money. You got more than what you put in. And that's out now. That's in cash. That's in the bank. That's in cash. You can spend it. You can live off that money. That's your wage. And you've still got some money actually in the coin to continue its growth. Perfect situation. You've got to pay yourself, guys, in crypto. You really do. When you're joining a VIP group as prestigious as mine and you're making 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10x's, you got to pay yourself. No point just continuing to keep the money in the market. You've got to pay yourself. You've got to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So congrats, Martinez, and thank you for your $10. Keep up the good work, man. Good stuff. Super happy for you. I'm all set up with your top picks. Nice, man. Manu. How small is this one? Oh, 23 million? I thought it'd be smaller. It's on Mexi, KuCoin, the most famous and pampered dog across social media. Is this like an Asian coin? Partnered with the Shiba Inu team? Yeah. All these projects that have been linked to Shiba Inu haven't done well. I'm just being straight up with that. I remember a ton of Shiba Inu related coins. They have never done well. Shiba's sister, Shiba's cousin, Shiba's uncle. There's so many stupid versions of Shiba Inu. I'm not saying this one is Shiba Inu. It seems like it's a different one. But the ties to the Shiba Inu team, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Whenever I've seen projects linked to Shiba Inu, they just end up going down the drain. So I'd just be a little bit wary of that. But it looks all right. It ticks some of the boxes for sure. Ben, thanks for your donation. And we need to just put this troll logo right in the middle of the screen. Which one should we put? The troll logo or the chart? Which one? Which one's the most annoying for those who were sidelined? Ben says, are you still saying it's going to be green August and September? Yeah, I think so. I'm standing by my beliefs when it comes to the cycle. Hey, Archie, troll is looking damn good. I think this has so much more upside to it. Yeah, I agree, man. This is for sure not the end for troll. This is just the start. I mean, it will have pullbacks along the way, right? But this is a $1 billion meme coin, easily. Out of all the cultural memes, this is the best one, for sure. Right now, anyway, it is. I mean, something in the future might come out, but this is the most viral, the most sensational internet meme coin. Like, if you think about it, troll is probably one of the most recognizable images on social media. The troll face. I mean, who doesn't know this troll face? Who doesn't know it? Everyone knows this. And you know what's funny about troll? The reason why I'm kind of glorifying my call so much is because there's a few people actually, and I'm not gonna name them, Rizzy. I'm not gonna name them. There's a few people in my Discord group who faded my call really hard. Like, they were actually saying troll is a bad call. I'm down 5% on it. Why did I pay for this group? I'm down 5% on this call. I thought you always win in this group. And there was one or two guys who sold their troll down 5 or 10%. They sold it. Anyway, 2 days goes by, you're up 5x on your money. So people faded it really hard. They were down 5% and they folded. They emotionally folded. They collapsed. They couldn't hold strong. They didn't have the tenacity to hold. They were too short-minded. Like I said, I'm not going to name names, but it was Rizzy. He was one of them. How high control go? Probably a billion. Probably a billion. A lot of these memes generally go to a billion. But I would probably be well out by the time it would hit a billion because I'd be up like 100x. I mean, I'm not going to hold till 100x, right? I'd be happy with a 20x, to be honest. But if you want, you can hold. Maybe I'll keep a moon bag. We'll see. But unlike all these other YouTubers out there who just keep telling you to buy, and they never drop sell alerts, even though they're actually selling behind the keyboard, I actually drop sell alerts. I dropped a sell alert on Troll saying that I sold my initial. Now, I'm still tremendously bullish on it, but I sold my initial because that's what I do with meme coins. It's called capital preservation. Whenever I'm up 2 to 5x on a meme, I just pull out my initial and let the rest ride. And that's been a strategy which has almost been flawless for me. Now, these other YouTubers, they'll keep telling you to keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. Transparent when I sell. I have no shame selling a coin. Cost of your membership, but also empowering you with valuable insights. We truly appreciate your support and look forward to continuing to deliver exceptional value to you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the membership. What do I think about BOMO? I think it's a poor man's version of Ponky. I wasn't impressed when I looked at it, to be honest with you. It looked like a cheapskate version of Ponky. Copycat, B-Tech, whatever you want to call it. I don't like copycat coins. It's one of my rules and my criteria for meme coins. I don't like copycats. And this is a copycat coin. It's lit. You could get done for copyright with this type of thing. I mean, it's almost laughable. This literally looks like Ponky. You might as well just call it Ponky on base. Just be straight up about it. Just freaking call it Ponky on base. Don't try and make people think it's a new meme. It's the same as Ponky. Just look at it. It's a joke. Like it might do okay, you know. It might do okay. The chart doesn't look terrible. It's on Mexi. It might be fine, but this looks way too similar to Ponky. It's almost comedic. Like this shouldn't be allowed. I mean, it should because I'm for free speech and all of that. Like I'm not in favor of censorship. But man, this is like this is shady how similar it is to Ponky. So shady. Just buy Ponky. Like I wouldn't be dealing with these B-Tech beta versions, you know? I've seen it so many times. Like people always chase the smaller coin. They're never happy just owning the original thing. They always chase the beta versions. Quite often the beta plays are for beta males. They're just not as good. Just buy the alpha play. Buy the one that's good. I've seen it with Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu's sister, Shiba Inu's cat, Shiba Inu's dog. All this nonsense. Like family members of coins, cousins of coins. I mean, that's the same as family members. Different animal versions of the same coin. It's just stupid, man. I appreciate your $2, but I don't like it. And again, it might do well. Maybe I'm looking into it too deeply. But you might as well just call it Ponky on base. Some BOMO crap, whatever the hell that's nonsense. How high control go? I've already answered that. Pengu is everywhere. Yeah, Pengu's got very good marketing. I'll admit that. Just cannot bring myself to buy a meme coin. Well, that's fine. Just stick to the utility plays. That's fine. Just stick to the strong, high conviction utility plays. I mean, we make great gains on those as well. Mumu doesn't look like a rug. It just looks like a normal meme that's had a big dump. That's what it looks like, and it looks like it will make a comeback. Followed the M2 money supply. We should have a double top in September, then a big drop off Could this be the end of the bull run? Yeah, I think the bull run will be over in September. I do. I think we'll be entering the bear market in Q4. Everyone believes we're going to be in this forever bull market. Q4, Q1 next year, Q2 next year. It's all a load of hogwash. This is what they always say towards the end of a cycle. It's the same old shit. You need to realize that bull runs don't last forever. There's always a bear market around the corner, and all the big YouTubers will always try and make you think that the bull run's going to continue going on forever because they make more money if they do that. They sell more memberships, they sell more courses, and they can keep you continuing to be exit liquidity for longer. I tell you straight up, yeah, I don't think this bull run's going to be here for much longer. I tell you, it doesn't benefit me to do that. Okay, I could just do what all the other YouTubers are doing and tell you it's just going to keep going on forever. Banana zone into 2026, all that BS. Doesn't benefit me. It would benefit me to tell you the bull run's going on forever. Keep buying, keep buying. Join my memberships because it's going to go on forever. No, I'm telling people straight up, I don't think there's long left of this bull run. Because that's the true feeling that I have. I mean, look at the stock market right now. If that's not entering bubble territory with the Mag 7, then I don't know what is. I mean, yes, the earnings make up for it, but stocks are already valued with a huge premium. They already have a huge AI premium, which isn't going to last forever. Okay, that premium's going to eventually be knocked off. And when that happens, the bubble's going to pop for AI. And I mean, I don't know if you guys follow the stock market much. I follow it every single day, maybe 4 or 5 hours minimum. I'm reading into the stock market and studying it and seeing what's going on with the earnings and all of that. I don't know how I have the time, but I'm maybe doing crypto 10 to 12 hours a day and stocks 4 to 5 hours a day. And then the rest, I'm kind of just reading, economic reports and stuff like that. But the stock market, let me just show you. So Meta absolutely destroyed the earnings. I mean, they beat massively. AI investment pays off. So what's the current stock price for Meta? It hit an all-time high after the earnings last night. So currently Meta is sat at $778 per share. I mean, look at that jump. It closed last night at 691, and tonight it's at 778. It went from 691 to 778. So in a day, Meta has essentially jumped 14%. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but this is one of the biggest assets in the world. This is one of the biggest assets in the whole wide world. The 9th biggest asset in the world, almost as big as silver, almost as big as Bitcoin when you think about it. So it's the equivalent of Bitcoin being up 14% in a day. That's a great day for Bitcoin. I mean, we haven't had many days this bull run where we're up more than 10%, let alone 14%. And Meta, a company almost of the same size and caliber as Bitcoin, $2 trillion valuation company, has just pumped 14% since yesterday. So that is incredible. And that is why I believe we're getting closer to the end than we are to the beginning. Because the stock market and crypto are very much connected, especially the tech stocks, especially things like Meta, Nvidia, these AI companies. They're heavily tied to crypto. So I think we've probably got a month or two left, and then things are probably going to start going back to their fair values, which is much lower than where we are currently, especially when the market realizes that the interest rates are too high. It's an unsustainably high level. The labor market's going to correct, and we're going to see potential signs of recession, right? We're already in a stagflationary period where you essentially have slowed growth, lower unemployment, and higher inflation. That's what stagflation is. We're probably entering recession next year. So I think the market's overdoing it a little bit, especially with the stock market. We've got one last run, and I've said the levels that I am targeting on Bitcoin. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, because it means that people make money. So if I predict 127 to 130 as the next level, 127 to 131, that's my exact range. Okay, that's my exact target for the next leg up. If I predict that and we go to 140, happy days. People make money. I'm not going to be upset about that. People make money. But I'm just giving you my level that I think we're gonna reach. Yeah, people call Mumu a rug right now, just like they did with Troll. But once it's in the green, people love it. Facts, bro. 100%. And I know you've been in crypto for a while, Pygos. You've dealt with VCs. You're an intelligent individual yourself. You'll know this, right? When you see a meme down 90%, people call it a rug, and then it quickly changes if it's a quality meme coin. Troll was down just like Mumu, and then it came out of the dead and gave a god candle. So you're absolutely right. Absolutely correct. Well said. Should we be seeing you sell everything in August? August, September, most likely. But for me, it's more based on price than time. Okay. If we're still ranging come September, then that's a different story, right? But if we're pumping hard come September, then yeah, I will be taking huge profits. I'm already over 20% out of the market. I bought a property with some of my crypto profits. I'll probably buy more property and more things with crypto profits if we get a leg up in August and September. So my stance is that price is more significant than time. I want to repeat that because some people sometimes don't understand. Price is more important than time. I prefer looking at price-based metrics than time-based metrics. Don't get me wrong, I still look at the cyclical side, I still look at the time-based side, but I put more emphasis and focus on level-to-level price action. That's what I'm looking at. Level to level, looking at the fibs, looking at support and resistance, looking at trend lines, looking at patterns. I'm putting more focus on the price levels than I am on the time frames. Everyone likes to look at time because it's easy, right? Oh, sell everything by October. Happy days, easy. That's a great strategy. The more complex strategy is looking at the price levels, looking at all these different indicators. It's more complex. It's more of a headache. So people don't like that, but that is the correct way to do it. Casper, yeah, Casper's still below my trend line that I've got on it. Still hasn't broken out yet. It's not a bad buy, actually. You're buying it on a fib level, but it still is in a downtrend. Casper's still officially in a downtrend until we break above this level. And I've been warning people about Casper for a while. I've been saying it still hasn't broken out. We haven't seen anything yet from Casper. Don't ape your whole portfolio in. And in fact, I sold a bunch of my Casper back when it was up here for Sui. And it was one of the best decisions that I've made in the last 21 years of my life. Maybe, when it comes to money anyway. We must see 3 to 7x on most coins. We didn't see nothing serious yet. What are you on about, bro? With respect, right? Like, what are you on about? We must see. Who says we must see anything? The market doesn't owe anybody anything. The market does what it's going to do. What do you mean we must see 3 to 7x on most coins? Most coins probably won't even do a 3x. That's the reality, okay? Most coins will either rug or barely even do a 3x. That is the reality. Now, if you're lucky, you'll pick a few coins which become winners, and they can do a 5 to 15x. If you're lucky, not luck, okay, it's skill. Hence why I seem to always hit the 3 to 15x's, and many people don't. It's skill. I'm skillful at crypto, so I hit them. But if you just throw a dart at random coins, you're probably not going to make a 3 to 7x. Otherwise, everyone would do it. It would just be too easy. If you just throw a dart at random coin, okay, VeChain, Official Trump, Cosmos, okay, KuCoin token. Scroll down a bit more. IOTA. What are the odds that all of those 3 to 7x? It's probably quite unlikely that they all do that. Most coins will not 3 to 7x. Most coins actually go to 0. That's That's what you see. Most coins go to 0. Forget the 3 to 7x. Most coins go to 0. That's what happens to most coins. They rug. You lose everything. Maybe 8 out of 10 coins in crypto go to 0. So you're saying most coins need to 3 to 7x. No, that's just not true. Not true at all. Casper smart contracts are coming out end of August. If that's the end of bull run, then look, Casper might be one of the few outliers that pumps a little bit after Bitcoin tops. It's possible, right? You always get 1 or 2 coins which top out a little bit later than Bitcoin, but generally, most coins top out within the same week as Bitcoin. We went over this extensively in the mentor meeting presentation that I did. Seminar, educational live class on exit strategy. I discussed my entire exit strategy, what I plan to do, the levels I'm looking at, how I plan to sell altcoins, how I plan to sell Bitcoin, all of that. I discuss it all in the mentor tier. You can actually access that presentation video mentor tier. And I forgot to there's K level. Time only. The code check it out. I want to just really a few guys in the group fade roll. And then there's a few guys who made a ton of money. Use the code TROLL TROLL. That includes the mentor code and yourself 20% off any of the options. I forgot. We're going to be there for correct. Sure to keep using it if you want to join. But yeah, I mean, most people think altcoins top out way after Bitcoin. It's not the case. In 2017, the altcoins topped out maybe 3 or 4 days after Bitcoin on average. And then in 2021, they actually topped out before Bitcoin for the most part. Most altcoins topped out either in April 2021 or in early November. Bitcoin topped out on, I think, maybe something like 3 to 7 days after Solana and 3 to 7 days after Ethereum, something like that. So the idea that altcoins always top out months after Bitcoin is based on no evidence. It's just another one of these narratives that YouTubers spin to try and make people feel better. It's like a coping mechanism that YouTubers do. I don't have any coping mechanisms. Okay, I can deal with some of my earlier expectations maybe not coming into fruition. But other people have to rely on coping mechanisms and nonsensical arguments to make themselves feel better. Isn't it too early for small caps? I don't think so. I think it's all going to happen very quick. I think this money flow rotational thing where it goes from Bitcoin to ETH to Sol to the high caps, to the mid caps, to the low caps, I think it's all going to happen very quick. It's going to happen very, very fast in a short period of time. So I don't think we're too early. Lag, people are saying audio good now. Okay, I don't know how long it was lagging for. But hopefully it was a short period of time. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. Make sure to use that code at checkout on any of the membership options. Use the code TROLL, TROLL, T, if I can spell, TROLL at checkout. Use that code at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off any of the membership options. TROLL. And yeah, that includes the bundle, VIP, mentor, anything. It's not going to be there for long, but since we are printing with God candles every single day, making crazy money from this recent buy alert, I thought I would give you a little discounted opportunity to come and join the fun. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to have a great rest of your day.